The purpose of education is to pull out hidden talent, to rear or to train. This new sex ed curriculum and agenda makes me ask the question, what is the Department of Education trying to train our kids to be? Are some of our teachers now indoctrinating our kids with the soft sell of inclusion and open-mindedness? Our little ones have pretty good BS detectors, and when their teachers lie to them, they lose the students' respect. I feel that there is a connection between this and the rise of discipline problems in our schools. Also, when children are told not to talk about what they're taught at school, they get anxiety because they have nowhere to turn. Some kids just go along to get along, and others so that they don't jeopardize their grades. It seems that the sex ed program and some teachers want to indoctrinate an entire generation to reject their parents' values. As Hunter Rand recently wrote, as a heterosexual grown man, I have no desire to discuss sex with young girls, and I hope that my community would find it disturbing if I did. However, apparently, if I was trans or a teacher, it would be celebrated for me to discuss my sexual journey with young kids. I reviewed some of the content and it was fine, but it needs to be gone over, and the parts that are lies, porn, or that lead to early sexual curiosity experimentation in immature minds needs to be removed. Schools are not allowed to dictate Americans' ideologies. Maybe we should step back and analyze the data from other states that have already adopted it. Families should opt in, not have to opt out. Our society is feeling the impact of a culture that is suffering from a serious lack of mental and spiritual support. As a result, kids are growing up confused, depressed, and uncertain of their identity. Many parents are struggling too as a result of taking God out of our lives. There's a great book on this subject by Jonathan Cahn called Return of the Gods. It basically says that when we took God out of our society starting in the 60s, that it opened the door to evil. That is why parents that are not grounded in morals and common sense tend to jump on board to the praying of the latest new idea to save their children. We leave our mark on future generations through our children. Let's stop and think a bit before rushing into this. We are harming our kids. Our test scores are abysmally low, and we should be focusing on graduating students that can read, write, and do arithmetic, along with imbuing them with a certain can-do attitude to strive for success. Remember the old saying, anything worth doing is worth doing right. Another idea that we have to squelch before it takes hold is the idea that capitalism is bad. Capitalism is what turned America into the country that everyone wants to come to. We have millions of people trying to get into our country from countries that are anti-capitalism. Why? When people are forced to remain silent, or even worse, forced to repeat a lie, they lose their sense of probity, which is the quality of having strong moral principles, honesty, and decency. This is what is leading to further decay in our society. Is it because people who are like this are more easily controlled that the Department of Ed wants to teach this to our children?
Thank you for your